Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. Obviously, as most of us in the country are in a nice deep freeze, I was coming home this morning from work and it was 4 below zero with a wind chill of 30 below zero. So we're in some extremely cold weather. It's supposed to be cold all day long today, and so yeah, we're just kind of hunkering down and keeping the fire going and just staying around the house and not doing a whole lot today. Um, Wanted to talk to you guys about my with the property plans again. Things of course always are changing. Um, the 3 other acres that I was looking to buy, the people got ridiculous. They didn't want to pay for the land survey, which is the seller's job to do here in New York, and title search, which is also the seller's has to pay for that. And they didn't want to pay for either one of those. They wanted me to pay for those, and so we just said, forget it. We're not going to do the deal. So it looks like I'm going to have to end up moving the building in the spring, which is not a big deal. So I just focus on the 3 acres that I have, and that's fine. I mean, it's a nice starting thing. 3 acres is plenty of property. I would have liked to have had the other 3 acres, and maybe in the future I may end up getting it. Who knows? But for right now, it's not going to happen. So I'm just going to focus on the 3 that I have, and looking to, work with the building that I have and get things squared away in the spring. And there's, like I said, there's a lot going to be going on, and so the money that I've gotten for the lumber from the trees will all go into the property that I already have, and which is fine. I mean, it's not. If it went through, it was great. If it didn't go through, it's also fine. It was not like, oh my God, I have to have this other 3 acres. I didn't have to have it. I wanted it. Don't get me wrong, and I still want it. But down the road, you never know what's going to happen. But anyway, so for right now, that's what's going to happen with that. One of the things I wanted to talk about is, with people in happiness, what makes you happy? And, I know a lot of people think that if they have a lot of stuff, they're happy. And, stuff is just stuff. To me, you can't get time back. And time is more important than stuff. I just really feel that way about it. And with my kids, they're 12 years old, and we just went on that little trip to Cleveland to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we're planning on taking another trip in the summer before Josh goes off to college. And we're planning on going up to Maine and all along the coast and seeing the lighthouses and having some good seafood and doing that. That is priceless. Doing things as a family, spending time together is, to me, what it's all about. And it's part of what the whole philosophy of what I've decided to do with my life. I worked, and I've said it in other videos, for 10 years I worked 66 hours a week, 6 days a week. And I did it for my family. Don't get me wrong. I sacrificed because, at that time, my ex-wife now, she was staying home because the kids were little, with the twins. And I figured once they started school, she'd go back to work, which obviously did not happen, and now we're divorced. But anyway, having that time to spend with your family while they're young, while they remember, and doing trips and having that time, that you can't get back. So if you work and work and work and work and work all the time, that time is gone. And they're only little once. And a lot of you who are older can attest with their children grown, and now you have grandchildren and whatnot. But it's just, for me, like I said, my guys are 12, and Josh is actually will be 18 on the 13th, and I consider him mine too. Always will. I helped raise him from 5 to 16, and like I said, we stayed in contact. And he lives with his father full time, and he's a good boy. Really good boy, going to college, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, getting $10,000 a year scholarship. So he's on his way. He's a smart kid, and he's going to do well. But the thing is, this little vacation we're going to take in the summer, that's probably going to be it. He's going to be real busy after that with college and whatever. So I mean, there's not going to be a lot of time for with him. But taking the time to enjoy life is very important. And you still have to work. I mean, I see these freaking people on here, and G for T, now he's just known as George. the biggest blowhard I ever saw in my life. This is a guy that's got 4 or 5 kids, hasn't worked in 5 years, and I don't know if his wife works. I mean, somebody's paying for all this, but for me, it's like, yes, I will always work, and I'll have to work, and I'll have to do, that, but I'm going to take that time now, where before, like last year, I did not take a vacation last year. I didn't take any time off. I really had to push it. And so this year, I got a lot of stuff that I have to do with the property and get things ready, because probably by the end of this year, we will be living up there full time. So I do have a lot that I have to do. But at the same time, I am still going to take that time and take time off, just not even just to recharge my own batteries, but to spend that time with my kids and to do something that they'll remember forever. Like I said, you can't get time back. Time is precious. So, it's important to work, and I understand that, and I do. I work 50 hours a week. So, but you know what? I'm also going to stop and I'm going to smell the roses, because, when this whole thing implodes, our society as we know it now, there's no more time to do anything. You were focused on survival at that point. So, while things are still good, I'm going to enjoy some time with my kids and do things with my kids, and at the same time continue to work on what's important to me, which is being off-grid, being free, not being a slave to the system, and freeing up more money. I mean, it costs money to be free. It's not a cheap thing. What I'm doing is not cheap in any way at all. But I'm doing it as I can. And some people think that that's crazy, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not going to have any bills. I'm not going to have a huge mortgage payment. I'm not going to have, a lot of money owed out. I mean, my payment that I got to pay the lady for my property, it's 3 years at $121 a month, because I put so much down, and she was holding $4,000 for 3 years. Well, I've been giving her $150 a month, so which actually works out. I'll pay that off in less than 2.5 years, and I'll probably pay it off sooner than that. But the thing is, it's like, weigh that out, and basically, the total interest on my loan from her was $380. So the way I looked at it is I deducted that off first. Now it's all principal that I'm paying her. So every month that I pay her money, it's all principal. No interest, all principal. So, and I told her I would pay it off sooner than it was due, and I would pay her the full amount of the interest for the 3 years, because she did me a favor by holding that $4,000 mortgage. So it's not like some huge number that the house that I'm in now, by the time I got done paying it off, I think it worked out that I would have paid $350,000 or $400,000 for it. That's insane. That's insane for a house that costs $120,000. It's madness. But now it's not even an issue, because it's not going to happen. So like I said, again, getting back to my point, we all have to work. Make a plan, do what you want, but stop and enjoy life at the same time. You can't all be prepping, getting ready. Oh my God, I'm in fear, and this is going to happen or that's going to happen. There's a lot of things that can happen. And it's going to happen when it's going to happen. And there's not a darn thing anybody can do about it. When it happens, it's done. But you can never get back that time. And so, work and do what you have to do, but also enjoy life. And enjoy that time with your family. And if you don't have kids, if your kids are grown and gone, your wife. Enjoy that time with your wife. Or if you're by yourself, just take that time for you. You have to have, time to enjoy and relax and reflect. I'm going to tell you what, I took it was an extra 3 days I took off. Okay, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but I took it off in conjunction with my 2 days off. So I had 5 days that I didn't have to do anything. And I'll be honest with you, it was awesome. I would love to be able to do that full time, but it's not realistic. But you know what? As I move forward, and because of what I'm doing, taking that 3 days off didn't kill me financially, which is great. And so that's what I'm striving toward. I'm striving to continue to work, do what I got to do, but to be able to take a week off here, a week off there, take 3-4 weeks a year, and be able to take that time off, and that's what it's all about. And so that's kind of what my thought was. I hope everybody didn't freeze too much out there, but time is precious. So you know what? You can't get it back. We're all getting older. I mean, I'm 48 years old, and I look back and I go, my God, where's the time gone? I do sometimes, and I'm amazed, and it's rushing forward. So you know what? I'm trying to make my life simpler. Hopefully, you guys are as well. Trying to make it easier, less stress. I got to tell you, that's another thing. I'm so much less stressed than I used to be. One more payment to go on my car or truck, I should say, and that's gone. And I'll probably run that truck for 6 more years if I can, at least 6 more, with no payment. And you know that's a lot of money freed up to do what I want to do with it. You know, so that's it for now. I hope everybody's staying warm. Hunker down if you don't have to go out in this nasty, cold, freaking weather. I mean, right now it's up to a whopping 4 degrees. And I think they said the wind chill factor is still about minus 25 out there right now. So it's not a pleasant day. I hope everybody's doing good. Stay warm, and I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.